Lesson 101. Watch what you say about others. Consider what a great forest is set on fire on a small spark. Or take ships, for example. Although they are so large and are driven by strong winds, they are steered by a very small rudder wherever the pilot wants it to go. This illustration is found in the book of James 3 verse 3-6 regarding taming of the tongue. What we say about others in one way or the other will have an impact in your life. These verses show that words have power and your words have life. Jesus knew this in Matthew chapter 7 verse 3, and he asked people who judge others that, "Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye?" It means that we don't get to be the ones to judge others because we ourselves have our own shortcomings in life. We do not know what people went through in life nor the challenges they are facing. Instead, we should be more mindful of others and be more considerate in what we say. When you speak negatively about someone, it does more harm to you than the person you speak about. It drains your energy, and you end up wasting more time thinking about it, and your whole mood for the day suffers. You don't want to get involved in this trap because the more you do it, the more miserable it makes you. It is an addiction that will eventually make it hard to cure. Separate yourself in such talks and group of people gossiping about others and learn to focus on what is beneficial and positive in your life. The reason that you do it is because you cannot just help yourself, you want to let it out. But you need to realize that once it is out, you cannot do anything about it. You already passed judgment to someone. Remember, in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. In the Bible, there were Pharisees who brought the prostitute to Jesus and wanted to stone her in front of him. They wanted to justify their case that she deserves to die and were so adamant for Jesus to pass judgment on her. Jesus, seeing them from who they are, told them, "The one who has no sin be the first to throw the stone at her." But all of them went away with shame of their own life. In James 1:26 it says, "If anyone who considers himself religious and yet does not keep a tight rein in his tongues, he deceives himself and his religion is worthless." No matter how much you feel the urge to say it, think deeply about the consequence it may have in someone else's life or in your life. Even if you may have a negative thought in your mind, it doesn't mean that you should continue to say what you think. It is true that most of the time we have negative thoughts going through our life than positive ones, and it can be draining sometimes. Learn to train your mind to change that negative energy to positive ones and make useful of the time you have here on earth. Ask God for help because these are the things we sometimes cannot control, and let Him know when the moment comes you will need His help to overcome that temptation. Learn how to use your time wisely because the more idle you stay, the more temptation and negativity comes in. Learn to choose the group of people that builds you up and ignore the ones who are always complaining about everything in their life. If you stay so long with someone who talks about nothing positive but problems every time, little will the same habit come into you. In Proverbs 18 verse 4, King Solomon says, "A person's words can be a life-giving water. Words of true wisdom are as refreshing as a bubbling brook." Speak life to people you see around and the people who are not around. Because Jesus says that not what goes into your mouth, but what comes out that defiles you. We are all human and we make mistakes, so take your time to encourage one another, forgive each other and move on doing better and positive things in your life. Not only will you improve your daily life, but also you will enjoy every single day living in peace with everyone else. Leave all the judging for God, because He knows us better than we even know ourselves. And the God who is merciful will show His favor upon you each day of your life.